Wow, look at this. Looks so yummy. Today we are going to make bibimguksu, Korean mixed noodle. Korean bibimguksu, some people can call it salad because we don't cook with the heat. Some people can call it cold noodles too, or dry noodles, and it's very different from other international noodles. Today I'm going to make one sauce for two kinds of noodles. Number one noodle will be kimchi noodle, and number two will be buckwheat noodles. Now let's make it. Let's go. Ingredient for buckwheat noodle: perilla leaf, 콩나물, bean sprout, cabbage. And for kimchi noodle, we're going to use kimchi. For someon, this is very fine noodle. You can find it in a Korean store. So buckwheat noodle and someon, we call it 500원 size. It's an American quarter coin size. It's a 1 serving. And this buckwheat noodle is, I use Korean brand, but you can use any Japanese soba noodle. It's basically all same. The reason why I want to cook two kinds of noodle today, because we're going to use same sauce: sesame oil, gochujang, brown sugar, starch syrup, vinegar, and fine chili powder. In case you don't have fine chili powder, I told you in my tteokbokki episode, you just sift this coarse chili flake to get a nice fine chili powder. Let's make a sauce. I love to use this kind of container for making sauce because it's in case if you have leftover, you can easily keep it. Okay. So 4 tablespoons of water and 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. And add 2 tablespoons of fine chili powder. The reason why I always mix and chili powder to the water first, because you don't want to bite sugar in your sauce, right? Now I want to add 4 tablespoons of gochujang. I want to add 1 sesame oil. This is all tablespoon. And starchy syrup, I want to add 4 tablespoons and 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Mix it well. Now our sauce is ready. So this one enough for 2 to 3 serving. But for those who really have a pioneer spirit, I want you to make a fermented, or you can call it mature sauce with this. No gochujang, because gochujang sauce just instantly is so good, but if you keep mature it, you can taste soybean paste bit more every day. Tip for keep perilla leaves so moist so long, because once you buy it, sometimes it's really dry, so you just wrap it with a paper towel and just make it wet tissue and put it in the plastic and keep it for a while, few hours. It's all so fresh again, not dry. Let's prepare 콩나물. Once it's boiling, just pour the 콩나물 and Add just a little bit of salt, and I turn around once and just remove from the heat. That's how I cook 콩나물. And I just leave it. The water get colder, so the 콩나물 will be not overcooked. And this method I also use as a side dish. Cut the perilla leaves. Okay, you fold it in half and remove the top and just finely, I like it, make it fine. Also, it's finer, it's better. Now some people use this one because if they have great cooking skill to make it very fine and so easy. I want to prepare kimchi too. Remove the top and make a fine shred. I like it. I never measured this one, but I think it will be, so it's a little bit less than 1 cup and you saw. Now, let's marinate kimchi first before you cook noodle. Okay? So I think this enough for 2 people. Okay? For this amount, I want to use 2 tablespoons of sugar and 2 tablespoons of vinegar. And mix the kimchi so well before you want to make a noodle. Now water is boiling. Let's boil the 소면. For 소면, you can measure the time, but will you try my method? When you boil the noodle, never ever cover up. My heat is not so high, so you can have a very big bubbling, but once you have a big bubbles come and add half cup of cold water. When the second bubble comes up, add second half cup of cold water. When third bubbles comes up, it's time to stop it. Now let's boil the buckwheat noodles. With noodle, I do the same thing, but for this one is a little bit thicker, so I use water, cold water, 3 times. Second cup, noodle, you have to really rinse it in the cold water to get rid of the starch. Yeah. Kimchi noodle is ready. Kimchi 소면. So kimchi is well marinated. So on the top, half of it. For me, 1 scoop is enough for each 1 serving. This is optional. You can add some kim, the roasted seaweed. Now our buckwheat noodle is also ready. I want to add 콩나물, cabbage, shredded cabbage, and perilla leaves. Which one do you like? Kimchi or buckwheat perilla noodle? Now we all know this is for the picture, right? So how will you eat this? Mix well with the hand, that's the better. Now taste it. Kimchi noodle, so yummy. Yes. Now buckwheat noodle with lots of veggie. 콩나물. So today bibimguksu was so delicious and so easy to make. For buckwheat noodle, I try with tens of different vegetables, and you can add more like cucumber, carrot, onion if you want. About the kimchi marination, you can use it on top of anything, bibimbap, because if you love a sweet kimchi, it can substitute with your regular kimchi. And do not put sugar when you make kimchi. Sometimes it can be okay, but sometimes some kimchi can be very slimy when you put sugar. And one more thing I want to tell you about kimchi marination. If you like sweet kimchi, don't make a sweet kimchi. Just make a salty kimchi first, and right before you eat it, use sugar and vinegar marination. And you can keep it like over a week. One more idea for the kimchi marination. You shred kimchi very long, like this. It can be a great substitute for radish in kimbap. This kimchi marination can be side dish itself and also very good topping for some dishes. Enjoy this bibimguksu with your choice of veggie or more. You can put anything you want. Alright? See you next time. Bye-bye.